Emergency Preparedness for Young Women. This video is a companion for the Guide for Emergency Preparedness for Young Women. It was created to help young women like yourself to build your personal emergency kit and help you to feel safe, confident, and supported during an unexpected emergency situation. This information is not to cause you fear, but it is to bring you awareness, to ensure your safety during any calamity or disaster you may encounter in your teenage years. It is a message crafted to help you act with wisdom, not fear, as you prepare to ensure your comfort and peace of mind in the event of an unexpected disruption in your normal way of life.
As you know, emergencies such as power outages, floods, fires, natural disasters, or social unrest can happen anywhere.
We may not be able to control them or avoid them, but we can learn how to prepare for such times and replace fear with peace of mind. The Guide for Emergency Preparedness for Young Women teaches exactly that. It contains step-by-step how to build your own personal 2 weeks emergency kit with items specifically for the needs of a young woman of your age. This guide is truly a passport for your peace of mind. The kit is, of course, realistic, practical, and protective, but it is a basic kit. It is not meant to cover preparedness for every possible emergency situation occurring throughout the world, but it should provide your basic needs until help becomes available at your location. The kit also could make an enormous difference in your comfort, your health, and your safety in the event of a sudden evacuation, or if a mandatory shelter-in-place order is issued. You can access the guide in the links below. There are 2 guides for emergency preparedness, one for ages 15 to 18, one for ages 12 to 15, and their respective checklists of items needed to build your emergency kit. The download links are in the description below. Pay close attention to the instructions on the guide and the instructions on the checklists of items. Both contain suggestions for simple skills you should learn ahead of time. Learning those skills prepares you to face any emergency situation with less stress. That part of preparation is what keeps a person from getting overwhelmed with fright, become despondent, and lose control. How do you use the guide to build your emergency kit? The list of items listed in the guide is a suggested structure. They are organized by category to help you calmly build your kit in the span of 14 days without pressure. But if you need more time, take the time, but continue building the kit at your pace until you have completed it. What is important is that you build your kit so you can enjoy peace of mind. Many items for the kit are already found in your home. Others are easy and inexpensive to obtain at stores. Your emotional and spiritual preparation should be your first priority. You will be very wise not to overlook this important aspect of preparedness. You are strong and intelligent, but the foundation of emotional resilience under pressure is spirituality. You should not overlook this part of emergency preparedness because it is the most important preparation you can make ahead of time. During a critical emergency, your spirituality becomes a stable shelter you can rely on, and it will serve as a fountain of wisdom and comfort in uncertain and trying times. Here are some critical tips to help you deal with personal safety and comfort during a disaster. Be aware that in a serious calamity, many factors affect the ability of rescue teams to reach everyone in need. Depending on the nature of the disaster, help does not come immediately. Thus, for your comfort and safety, you should build your own kit. This self-reliance on your part will help you and your family to endure less affliction and despair while waiting many hours or even days for the emergency rescue teams to arrive. By being prepared with your own kit, your parents' kit will last longer as they strive to provide comfort for the whole family. You are old enough to build and carry your own emergency kit, and that is peace of mind for your parents as well. After all, there is no guarantee that a kit will not get lost or stolen in a chaos. And by every person of age having their own emergency preparedness kit, the greater will be your security and the security of your entire family. It is also very important that you be aware of predators during a disaster. Those types of criminals could take advantage of chaos and prey upon the weak and the unprotected. For this reason, stay with your parents at all times, don't talk to strangers, and keep your distance from strangers. Be alert and aware of your surroundings. Avoid walking alone. Avoid dark or secluded areas, and avoid places where you cannot flee for safety. Also, for your ultimate safety, use a simple, discreet backpack for your kit. Avoid luxury or branded designer backpacks and do not wear waist pouches. Although waist pouches are convenient, in an emergency situation, they become a target and could facilitate crime against you. Never walk alone during an emergency or in the aftermath of a disaster. If you must go somewhere, seek the companionship of trusted adults or walk with your parents, but do not walk by yourself or with younger siblings. Stay together with family Obey your parents or your leaders if you are with a group, and especially obey authorities such as police officers and the rescue teams. Keep in mind at all times, a friendly face does not always mean a safe person. It is vital that you stay with your parents or your guardians until the emergency passes, and it is safe to be on your own in public places. However, after a major disaster, even after people are allowed to return to their homes, it may take several days for this kind of safety to be restored. Be wise and follow all safety protocols issued by the authorities, your parents, or the adults in charge. Keep in mind also that the emergency workers are doing their best to help everybody, not only you, and they are under extreme stress. Some may have lost family members, and they still must work to help you. So respect them and cooperate with them. Cooperation will help everyone to endure the situation the best way possible. Here are some important evacuation safety tips, but refer to the guide for more. Keep your backpack containing your kit near the exit door of your house. And if evacuation is necessary, walk quickly but do not run. Watch the ground to avoid stepping on broken glass, holes in the ground, or hot electrical wires. Avoid walking near damaged buildings, as unstable buildings may fall or let out broken glass. And most of all, stay together as a family at all times when evacuating. And if evacuating in a hurry with a large crowd, be sure to hold hands with your parents and your siblings, no matter how old they are. This will avoid getting lost from one another. Discuss this procedure with your family, so they will be expecting to hold hands while evacuating with a large crowd. If you must evacuate alone, take your backpack and leave the written note as instructed in the guide, and proceed directly to the meeting point as instructed in the guide as well. Family plans and communication. You and your family should have an evacuation plan with a designated meeting location, with alternative evacuation routes that is drawn on a paper map. And you and your whole family should also train using that evacuating plan and become well familiar with the routes and alternative routes, as well as the designated meeting place. See the guide for more details on your evacuation plan. Practice your evacuation plan at least once a year as instructed in the guide. Use paper maps and a printed contact list. And do not rely on your cell phone alone for communication or to store your contact list and your evacuation maps. Here is why. In a serious emergency, the cell towers get damaged, the communication networks fail, and the power goes out for undetermined time. And if the emergency is widespread and prolonged, your cell phone will not outlast it. Without the cell towers, there will be no cell phone communication. You must discuss this with your family and decide ahead of time what alternative means of communication you and your family may have to use during an emergency. Will you use paper notes, walkie-talkies, or off-the-grid radio communication? And do your parents have those devices for you and for them? See your emergency preparedness guide and train with your family how to use the devices you plan to use together. With a positive attitude, this training can be fun to learn together as a family. And while we are on the topic of cell phones, keep in mind that even if the cell towers are still operational, they do get overwhelmed. During a disaster or any calamity, do not use your cell phone unless it is absolutely necessary for serious and important communication, and make it fast. During an emergency, do not use your cell phone to watch videos or to check on your friends for non-important matters. Doing so will cause a surge in usage, and the towers will overwhelm and interrupt service. The same goes for radio wave bands for walkie-talkies. So during a disaster, use your communication devices wisely if their services are operational. Why do you need an emergency kit for 2 weeks? Here is an official statement that clarifies why. FEMA and emergency experts strongly recommend preparing a 14-day emergency kit. They are not just suggesting it, but recommending it. This is to ensure you can shelter in place for an extended period if a disaster strikes. A 14-day emergency kit provides essentials like water, non-perishable food, medical supplies, and sanitation items for your self-sufficiency until help arrives. Specific statistics on the increased number of disasters in the last 10 years and the various kits that can be assembled to meet those challenges is found on ready.gov. Help and the good-looking rescue teams may take longer to reach everyone in need, and your 14-day emergency kit will provide you with basic food, water, medicine, and first aid items until the emergency passes or help arrives at your location. An important aspect of emergency that you should know to avoid disappointments is that in real life, in an emergency, such as in a disaster, our friends, of course, will return to their own families, and rescue workers may not be capable of rescuing everyone immediately or all at once. In those times, your family is your primary source of protection. Seek your parents or guardian. Stay with them, cooperate with them, and do your part to help them in those times of urgent need. And in closing, again, let's be clear that building your emergency kit is not to cause you fear. It is to remove your fear, as it will give you protection from the elements and provide you with food, water, first aid, and peace of mind should you find yourself in a situation that could be dire for those who are not prepared. Always remember, if you are prepared, there is no need to fear. Share this video and the guide for emergency preparedness with your friends so they too can prepare to be safe. The link is in the description here below. Continue on your task to build your emergency kit so that you can become a self-sufficient young woman, because in the event of an emergency, preparing means you will avoid a lot of unnecessary suffering, and that is all that matters. But let me give you an advice before I go. Because you are a conscious young woman, you might want to help the volunteers with tasks such as cleaning up debris or other tasks. That is wonderful and a worthy cause, but be aware and be very obedient to those leading any service projects in the aftermath of a disaster. And only work in the designated areas so you won't place yourself in danger of getting hurt, or bitten by reptiles, or electrocuted by hot wires. These are dangers not readily seen that could be hiding under debris or in flooded areas. If you are unsure of the dangers that could be lurking, leave those tasks to those who are trained to perform them, who know what they are doing, and have the protective clothing for such jobs. You can be of great assistance in other matters that are safe, such as helping your mother cook outdoors, or help care for your young siblings, or you could help with the elderly, the handicapped, and even help the volunteer teams to distribute food items to the hungry and hurt. Another advice is this, and I think you'll like it. Let's face it, you need a lipstick in your kit. But remember, you are preparing for a disaster emergency, not a dating emergency. So if you really must, add no more than 2 makeup items to your kit. If you have any questions about assembling your emergency kit, please ask them in the comment line below. God bless you and keep you always safe. This video is a courtesy of the Esther Spa Grace Under Pressure series. Thank you for watching Esther Spa. Like and subscribe if you thought this info was useful to you.